We want to welcome you to the Riverside Weekly. We hope your time with us today is thought-provoking, spiritually challenging, and a life-changing experience. Our discussions and messages can be raw, real, and at times very uncomfortable and even controversial. We highly encourage all of our guests and listeners to take notes, leave comments, and when possible, always share what you hear. And now here are your hosts, Pastor Selo and Pastor Mia.
How's it going, everybody? Good morning. It's Wednesday. We are sitting here with a man of God, missionary guy. Where would you be missionary? Like you consider a missionary? This is Eric, by the way.
Am I considered a missionary?
Do you consider yourself a missionary?
No.
No. Okay. Well, we're sitting here with Eric, with his cool hat. So we were just sitting around talking, and I was like, you know what? I'd like to know, because you do missionary work, though, right?
I do.
Okay, so what do you consider yourself if you don't consider yourself a missionary?
I'm an Air Force retiree.
I love that. I love that.
When I go, here's a conversation. So what you do? I'm a missionary. Done. Conversation is over.
Right. That's good. I like that. That's really good.
I don't do.
You don't even mention
deal,
anything.
No.
Okay, I like that. That's excellent. Man, you're smart.
Yeah,
you're real smart. So, as a what'd you say? Retired.
I'm a
retired Air Force. What'd you say? That? Say what you said again.
I would say I'm retired from the Air Force.
Retired from the Air Force. Okay, so when you're retired from the Air Force, what do you find yourself doing from time to time?
Yeah, I visit a lot of
countries. That's pretty good. Cool. So, but you do some missionary work, right?
I do.
Okay, so we were having a conversation, sitting around with some folks, and so I had this thought. What, because churches are really big about go on missions trips and do missions trips and, reach the countries and reach the world, go for the souls of folks and all this stuff. But myself, I've never really, I've never been called to missions. I've had people you need to go to missions. Had a friend of mine was trying to get me to go into prisons. I'm like, man, I'm not really into prison ministry. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. And so I had someone tell me, they said, man, you got to go on a missions trip. You got to go on a missions trip. And I'm like, I'll give you $50, $100, but I'm not going. I'm not supposed to go. And so in that process of my thought, in my thinking, what would be some reasons, some top reasons, why somebody would not want to go on a missions trip? Because people get excited about going on a missions trip. And when they come back, they're like, yeah, that might have been a wrong move.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of them easy is food.
Food.
Let me think. One time, this group were cooking these exotic meals.
Exotic. I like how you say that. Yeah. Where's in Mexico? You said
in Mexico. Oh, I make this steak that is awesome. You're gonna love it. Bring it on. I mean, this is a really good cook. And so she brings out this tongue that she cooks, and I'm like, I'll try it. You love it. I'll try it, but I won't promise you that I'm going to eat that. So I cut it. I put it in my mouth. Yuck. It was gross. It was
what kind of tongue was it?
Cow.
Okay, I got to push pause because, see, I like cow tongue.
Yeah, maybe if they prepare it tougher, but it was really soft, and I just felt like I was chewing a cow's tongue, and all I can see is no. So maybe if they would have prepared differently.
When you said that, I'm like, well, what kind of tongue was it? Because I grew up eating cow tongue, that was like.
She swear that it was delicious.
Now I've had cow tongue that wasn't good, so that's the one you got.
Okay, it must be. And in the Air Force, I ate worms in survival school, so I know how to tough it out.
Wow,
that was
worms over tongue. Okay,
worm steak was better than the tongue steak. I'll tell you that.
Okay, so food would be one. What would be another reason?
Probably sleeping accommodations.
Okay.
Same place we would go, and I was used to go to hotels. I was when I was in the Air Force, we would go to different hotels. So I'm in my hotel. Lo and behold, when I hear the moans and the groans, that is so weird. What is going on? So I didn't say anything. Next night, come back, and I'm looking out, and I see the guy guiding the cars that are coming in. What is going on? The car is going into this building where there is this, instead of a garage door, is a huge black curtain. They go inside, whoosh, curtain is closed. And I'm looking around, what is going on? We were staying in a brothel. For years, we stayed in this brothel.
Okay, so hold on, because we got some of our listeners that are young. So what is a brothel?
The only word that I don't know if I can say it. It starts with whore, it ends with house. There was a movie. I think that was a movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. It's a house of prostitution.
Shit. Okay, it's like
nice.
a whorehouse.
whorehouse.
You were afraid to say that. It's okay.
Good.
My wife has said much worse.
Oh, cool. Oh, no.
You're safe. We're safe.
And the moanings, the
That is
lamps
funny.
were naked women. That should have been a clue right off the bat. My lamp was a statue of this naked woman.
Oh, my goodness. You were in a holy place, man.
I was in a very, very holy place. We found
That is
crack
hilarious.
cans.
Oh, wow.
We found menthols. I won't even go into the menthol story. What? No. So, yes, we were in and the sad thing is that years later, we stayed in the same place for years.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah, the pastors are coming. The pastors are coming to the whole house.
That's
And
hilarious.
I tell the people in the churches
That's
where
funny.
we stay. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, my cheeks are hurting. That was pretty good.
So another one would be the fauna, the animals.
Oh, okay.
From
All right.
bugs.
Yeah.
Last time I stayed in Panama, they found I know it's a deadly snake. I can't remember the name of it. But it was a small one, maybe 2 feet long. And so the guy went and killed it. I'm just watching. I don't do snakes. So on the way out, he goes, okay, so now you saw it with a machete. How do we do this if you find something like this? But if you find something bigger, don't use the machete. And he went on to explain to me, what do I do if I find a bigger snake and how to kill it? See you later. I turn around and I tell Wilma, he thinks I'm going to kill any snake in this place. If I see a snake, all I'm going to do is scream, let you know, and be running out of the door because I'm not going to be waiting for any snake to come close to me and me kill. No.
And they're pretty fast, too.
They are pretty fast. And there is a snake that is called the 3-step snake in Panama.
Oh, wow.
In the jungles of Panama. Because you get killed, you might make it to the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was pretty exciting.
So this is why I'm not a missionary.
Yeah. But the last one is that I can think when we went to Jamaica.
Okay.
I guess the last reason would be fear of the unexpected.
Okay.
I was invited in Jamaica to preach in it's a country church, really nice. And we started, and I'm seated in the front, and this girl comes in. I mean, it was a woman, but
Was she wearing a lampshade?
she looked crazy. I mean, she looked nuts. And she's talking to whoever her imaginary friend is, and she sits next to me, and she started looking at me, and she started talking to her friend, and she would move again, and I did my preaching, and I finished, and then I'm done. I'm talking to the people, and she comes in, and I felt my heart went out to her. You could tell this was a mental. She was nuts. She was just a mental case. And so I go, do you need prayer? And she just stared at me with a silly smile on her face. Is there anything you want? She looks at me and she said, I want your body. Stretch out her hand and grab my crutch right there in the middle of church. The young people, she was looking at me, the young people stopped what they were doing. And as soon as she started talking to me, they went like that. I should have known. But they went like that.
Now, this was in Panama?
No, this is in Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica. This is in
church.
Jamaica.
In church in Jamaica.
I was just wondering if she was staying at the brothel.
I wonder if she was exported from the brothel. It could be. So
Oh, my
my wife
goodness.
hates that I tell that story.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. So those are some of the reasons why you
want to go to a missions trip.
Mission trips. Yeah.
Well, I'm convinced. Man, I appreciate those. Are some good stuff. I appreciate that. That's really good. Well, a lot of times when people think of missions, the church has gotten real good about glamorizing missions trips and making things like, man, it's going to be so cool, and you can have all this stuff, and that's pretty good. Like not knowing what to expect. My cheeks are hurting right now. There's
for 3 years I went to Mexico. I would go come back sick as a dog. Spend a month trying to get healed, to go back and start the process.
Wow.
Again for
Wow.
about 3. I think I have every bacteria that is in Mexico.
come through your body. So how long have you been doing that? Like,
Since
not missionary, you're not a missionary, but like since you've been retired, like how long have you been traveling the world?
January 2006.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you've been got some miles on you.
I got some miles.
Oh man, that's so cool. Well, man, thanks for sitting with us this afternoon, this morning. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you so much. Man, guys, if you're thinking about going on a missions trip, listen to this about 3 or 4 times, and not necessarily guaranteed to stay at a brothel, but if you do, check the lampshades in the lamps. Man, thank you guys so much for watching, listening. We'll talk to you guys later. Like, share, post. Love you guys.
Thank you for listening to the Riverside Weekly. This podcast is made possible by the givers of Riverside Community Church. Download the Riverside Waco app to stay connected and follow us on all social media sites at the Riverside Waco. Production and engineering provided by Capital G and RTV in Waco, Texas.